Hello.
Hello, hello. I started this off muted. Not a good sign. How's it going?
It's going well. How are you doing, Mary?
I am doing well. I'm excited to kick off another Global Hack Week. I see we have a bunch of folks in chat already, which is quite exciting as always.
That's and I think this is probably my second one in the opening ceremony. I'm excited for that
Mhm.
as well.
Yes, absolutely. Well, before we get too far into it, we should probably introduce ourselves so folks know who we are. So, really quickly here, for those of you I haven't met yet, my name's Mary. I work on first party events here at MLH. So, my job is to work on things like Global Hack Weeks and other events we run in our Discord server, as well as some of the conferences that we do outside of this. My fun fact is I'm actually going to an in person hackathon this weekend. I haven't been to an in-person event since April. I guess that's not that long ago, but regardless, I'm quite excited to go to a hackathon this weekend. What about you, Siddharth?
Hello, everyone. I'm Siddharth. I work as a first-party events coordinator at Major League Hacking. But my highlight or my fun fact is not as much fun as going to an in-person hackathon. But when I was working on these things, when I was going back to the lanes of Web3, I kind of remember that the first piece of smart contract, the first piece of code on the blockchain that I wrote was in 2018. It's been a long time since then. Well, I've not done a good job in following up with all the latest trends, but I'm going to definitely use this week to catch up on all the exciting things that's happening in this front.
I like this question. Was the smart contract about airplanes?
Not really. I think I picked up that as a fun thing in my life a little later. So, but that's a great idea. I should probably do that.
For those of you who don't know, Siddharth is also an airplane enthusiast.
Yes,
Um,
absolutely.
We'd love to see. Here's someone who's new. Welcome. We're so excited to have you. All righty. Okay. Well, we have a bunch to go over today. But everything that we cover, you can also find on our website, globalhackweek.mlh.io or ghw.mlh.io. So make sure you head over there. We're going to share a lot of links today and a ton of information. I know it can be overwhelming, but don't worry. We're going to send it to you over email and you can find it all on the website as well. Alrighty. Siddharth, do you want to tell us a little bit about who hosts Global Hack Week?
Sure, of course. And I want to start by beginning with welcoming all of you. I know some of you are here for the first time. It's probably your 100th time. I don't even know if we've run 100 global hack weeks at this point. Welcome to this stream. But if you were wondering what all of this is about, let's go ahead and deep dive into a little bit about that. Global Hack Week, I'm sorry, is hosted by Major League Hacking. But what exactly is it? We run what we call the global hacker community. And when we say we run the global hacker community, it's a mission to empower hackers just like all of you. And if you're in the stream, if you've been to any of our events, you are joining a community of over 1 million hackers. Yes, you heard that correct. We have crossed that mark of 1 million hackers in our community. 1 million, yes, of course. If this is your first Global Hack Week or the 100th one, like we already discussed, you are really, really welcome here. And we look forward to having you over for the rest of the week. But what exactly is Global Hack Week? Mary, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we run a Global Hack Week every single month, and we run these to give you an opportunity to dive into a topic that maybe you're familiar with, maybe you're not, but something that is topical and things that we know our community loves. And so we spend the week building projects around this one singular topic, and throughout the week we have tons of different ways for you to engage in it. So we have workshops going on live on our channel, we have mini events happening, we have challenges for you to tackle, tons of cool things. We'll go over what all of that means. But really, what makes Web3 Week special is that we have all of this Web3 content this week. So we have workshops on everything from how to build your first crypto app to how to make your first smart contract to what decentralized means and kind of everything in between. If those words, if you're not sure what they mean, that is totally fine. This week is super beginner friendly, and outside of the Web3 content, we also have tons of kind of the regular content that we always run. So things like how to get started with GitHub and how to program in different languages. So there's something for everyone this week. This week really is for you to level up as a hacker. So I encourage everyone to look at the things that are interesting to you, look at the things that might be challenging for you or push you out of your comfort zone, and dive into all of those. In addition to that, we have some really awesome partners who are joining us this week. Siddharth, do you want to tell us about the first one?
Of course, I'm sure a lot of you here already know GitHub, have used GitHub for a lot of different reasons, from version control to collaborating with other hackers to also showcasing the work that you do at hackathons or otherwise. Um, this week, GitHub is also around giving you a lot of free stuff. One of those is the GitHub Student Developer Pack, and we absolutely would love it if you can go and claim it. And when you fill in that form, the link is on the top. You get up to be a part of the expedited queue, which means that your application will be reviewed first and the rest of the world, which is again exciting. We also have a workshop coming up at 2 p.m., but we'll hold that for a little longer when we get to the schedule and talk more about it then.
Yes, and I'm going to go slightly out of order and answer this question real quick. Yes, all of these are recorded, so do not worry if we go over something quickly. You can always ask us questions at the end, but we will have the recording available as well. And in addition to our friends at GitHub, we also have Solana here this weekend. If you aren't familiar with them, they're a blockchain and you can build decentralized applications on their platform. I'm really, really excited to have them here because they're giving you all some awesome, really beginner-friendly content and some challenges to help you actually get started. I know it can be hard thinking about like, where do I actually start? And so that's why they've brought you all some Hello World challenges and things that you can dive into right away, even if you've never done anything Web3 before. Make sure that you join them for their workshop that's happening today at 1 p.m. Eastern time. If you can't make it then, we'll have a recording of it as well. Alrighty, Siddharth, how do you get started and get checked in this week?
Of course, it's definitely necessary for you all to go register and check in, and we're going to run through that. I'm also going to drop the link in chat so you have it ready as and when we go ahead and chat about it. How do you join the main event? You join the main event is using that link that's on the chat. And I think this is the first time we bet 404 in that
I
phase
think this is like truly the first time.
I'm sorry, I'll give you more chances to win this competition, but skipping ahead, what you need to do is you need to go to that link. You will see a blue register button. When you click on that, or by this time, I think it should say register and check in. What you need to do is just to make sure that you're registered and checked in. That's a way for us to know that you were at the event. It also helps know what the community is loving and what they want to see us doing moving forward in the future. It also helps you grab points, which I think we'll talk about a little later. So all of that good stuff waiting for you is behind that register page. So go click on that and make sure you're registered. What's next, Mary?
Yeah, so outside of that, you're going to make sure that you want to earn swag this week. I know this is a question we always get, and there are just a couple steps to make sure that you are checked in to earn that swag. So to get a postcard sent to you from us completely free, all you need to do is register and check in for the event. So follow that link that Siddharth posted, give us your address, we know where to actually send it, and then complete the 2 partner challenges that we have this week. So these are 2 challenges given to us by GitHub and Solana. First one is grabbing the GitHub Student Developer Pack. This is a really awesome platform. We can go over this a little bit more in depth later, but it gives you resources to things that are going to be really helpful in your journey here. If you've already grabbed it before, do not worry. On our form where you submit these, you can just let us know that you've already grabbed it and you don't need to worry about doing it again, but that helps us actually mark it off so that we know to still send you swag. And then secondly, you're going to sign up for the Solana developer newsletter. They send out an awesome newsletter with the latest things going on. So get registered for that, or get subscribed to that rather. And also let us know on our form that you did that. We'll go over how to access that form and everything later on. If you want to earn some bonus swag this week, which I imagine many of you do, all you have to do is check into 5 live events. So make sure that you are actually registering and checking into those so we can track it. That's the only way we have to check this. And if you go to 5 or more, we put some extra bonus stickers into your postcard. And I like this comment that I love bonuses. Finally, last little way to earn swag here. We do drop out some surprise prizes throughout the week. These are swag packs that we give to folks just randomly throughout the week, typically on our live streams, to people who are either going really above and beyond in chat, who do something cool, who are posting a lot in Discord, that kind of stuff. If you are given one of these, the person on stream will let you know. They'll call you out by your Twitch name typically and have you take a screenshot of it, and then you'll go and claim that over in our Discord tickets. Siddharth, I feel like it's only right that we give one of these out right now to really drive that example home. Do you have a question you want to ask chat to get them to get a surprise prize?
I don't think I'm feeling so creative right now. How about we close our eyes, one of us, and then scroll and give out a surprise
I like
prize
it.
for that?
I'm into it. Okay, so start spamming chat. We're gonna give you all like 5-ish more seconds, and then we'll close our eyes and we're just gonna randomly pick one person who's posting. Do you want to close your eyes and do it, or do you want me to?
Let me give that a shot this time.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, I will count you down. Okay, let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Do we have one?
Ooh, you got one. Amazing. Vibhav. So Vibhav, you are earning a surprise prize. We'll leave this up for a second. Go ahead and screenshot this, and then we're going to talk in the next slide about how you actually claim it. But congrats, we're going to send you a prize. I will leave this up for a second. Woo. So if this happens to you, like in this case, it happened to Vibhav, what you go do to claim it is you go and open a Discord ticket with us. So how you do that is over in our Discord server, which Siddharth is going to tell you about.
So let's get right into it. If you've not already noticed, all the fun, all the excitement, all the hacking together, every announcement that goes out will be on our Discord, which is at discord.revelation.io. The excitement definitely will also be on the streams, but you would want to go and chat with each other, maybe have a watch party at the end of the day. You can do all of that on the Discord server, the MLH Community Discord. That's the link to get into it. When you are into it, you will see a section called Channels and Roles, which should be on the top left somewhere. When you click on that, you will have a lot of questions in there, one of which will be asking you if you're going to join this Global Hack Week. Click on yes, and then you will have all the necessary roles that you need to access these channels. If in case that doesn't work for you, you can always go down to a channel which is Join Global Hack Week or Join GHW. That will have all the steps that you need to complete, all the links that you need for the rest of the week. But talking about support tickets and questions, if you have questions, I'm sure by the excitement that's in the chat, you've already guessed that the community is always excited and looking forward to answer questions. So make sure you go and ask the community about any question that you have. Utilize all the time that you have talking to each other. But if there's anything that you want to share with us, which also includes you sharing your personal details like your email and other things, make sure to open a support ticket. You're going to find that under the Get Help section, and we can help you navigate. If you can't find that, just post on one of those public channels and @us, active MLHS, that's the tag you should be looking for, and we'll help you locate that. Once you're on support tickets channel, you will find a section which is called, or a category which is called Global Hack Week support tickets. Click on that, ask us the questions, and we'll be happy to come forward and help you there. Awesome. And again, Vaibhav, if you are still struggling to do that, just click a screenshot quickly, go to support tickets, a global hacking support ticket. With the screenshot, we'll give you that surprise back.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, jumping into challenges. So when you're not joining one of the live streams, we have a bunch of prompts for you to go and work on. Really, these are just meant to be idea generators and things to spark a little bit of inspiration when you don't know what you want to work on. I know that I always find when I'm learning something new, sometimes like the hardest hurdle can be figuring out where to actually start. And so these are just meant to give you some inspiration there. You do not need to complete all of them. Just complete the ones that look interesting to you. They range from short coding prompts like hello world type ones to design challenges where you're creating your own NFTs and creating your own logos and things like that. You submit them on our dev post and or our type form. The reason to submit these is really just for points for bragging rights. So you can look at how many things you're doing every day, and we send you an email to let you know how many points you earned. Again, this is just for fun, but make sure that you are submitting those so we know how many you're doing. You can find the links to both of these on the website. General rule of thumb is if you're writing code for one of the challenges, you're probably going to submit it over on DevPost. The reason being, you're able to keep that then in your portfolio over there and show it off to folks afterwards. If it's something like submitting a link or a quick screenshot, that's going to likely be submitted over on our type form, since that's not something that you're going to be needing to show off after the week. But if you aren't sure on any of them, our challenges page links to the respective place where they should be submitted. And you can always ask in Discord if you still are not sure. All of those are going to close next Thursday at 8 a.m. Eastern time. So you have a little less than a week to do as many of those as you would like to do. Quick reminder, again, you do not need to complete every single one of them. Just look at the ones that look interesting to you and go with those. If there's one that looks fun, but you need to tweak it a little bit and edit it slightly to make it something that's going to be helpful and educational for you, absolutely go for it. They're meant to be an inspiration. They are not, the hard and fast rule that you need to follow there. Like I mentioned, we'll send you an email every day with an update of how many challenges you've completed. So check your inbox for that. And you can see all of the challenges we have running this week on our live site or at globalhackweek.mlh.io/challenges. Alrighty. So Darth, do you want to tell us a little bit about the live streams we have going on?
Of course, you will have a lot of live streams going on this week, like this one, or I should say even more fun and learning-filled live streams that you're going to be a witness of throughout this week. And let's just quickly tell you how you're going to watch all of this and where you're going to watch all of this. Did I hit the button? Yes, exactly. So when you're not working on challenges, we recommend joining live streams. Again, like Mary said, you don't really need to go to all the live streams because we'll be having a stream close to every hour of the day. And we know that you have other things to get to, you have a school to attend, you also need enough and more rest to be able to make sure that you get through the week comfortably. So don't really stretch yourself too much to go ahead and participate in all these live streams. You can always come back and watch the recording on our YouTube channel. But if you are interested, you can go to Global Hack Week, which is thw.mlh.io/schedule. That's where you will see all of the things that's happening each day of this week. But to get you started with everything and anything that's happening tomorrow, Mary, do you want to tell us what's the first session we'll have right after this?
Yeah, absolutely. So our very first stream of the week, after this opening ceremony, is going to be Intro to Blockchain Development. This is hosted by the folks over at Solana. Highly, highly recommend that you make sure you tune into this one. If the time doesn't work for you, don't worry, you can catch the recording afterwards, but this is really going to give you a good basis. You can dive into everything else the rest of the week. Tune into this at 1 p.m. Eastern time, which is in about 45 minutes from now. What do we have coming up after that?
And as we promised, there's definitely a GitHub session coming up next. This one is particularly for GitHub Copilot. You will have Gabriela come in and tell you everything about this AI companion who really makes it easy for you to come forward and code, even if it's for your hackathon or for a broader project that you're wanting to make. Don't forget to check into this one and watch this at 2 p.m. Eastern. That's 11:30 p.m. IST.
And then after that, we have Kari joining the stream. Kari's going to be doing a stream on how to make a Web3 hackathon project prototype. So I know sometimes when you go out to an event, it can be hard to figure out like what is that balance between building something you're excited about, but maybe you don't have a ton of time to do it. And Kari is going to really dive into how to kind of make a prototype of a Web3 project and how to figure out what you should work on when you don't have a ton of time there. So this is going to be an awesome, awesome one that I'm sure you can take to hackathons you attend after this. So join her at 3 p.m. Eastern time. What's Dimmer up to?
I know there are a lot of Python fans, JavaScript fans, Java fans in the chat, and we've seen all of that excitement with all the other sessions that we have run. But we've also noticed there's quite a lot of excitement about Rust that the community has when we thought, or Dimmer thought that it's going to be a really fun introduction to a Rust stream that Dimmer could come and do. Rust has been a very powerful tool. These days, you would have heard of Rust being a very highly secure tool. Also, a lot of Dimmer, yes, a lot of Dimmer fans in the chat, Rust fans also. So what you need to do is you need to be there at 5 p.m. Eastern on the same link or 2:30 a.m. IST, which is if it's too late for you in the day, don't worry. You can always come back and watch the recording. It's next, Mary.
And then after that, we have David on the stream. David's going to be doing a session on how to create a voting system with smart contracts. I think one of the implementations that I'm sure many of you have seen of Web3 is creating these really secure applications that have a ton of real world examples in things like voting systems where you need it to be super secure. So go check this out with David. This is going to be really informative. And that is happening at 12 a.m. Eastern time tonight if you are in the States, or at 9:30 a.m. IST. Alrighty, what is Newful doing?
Next up is this session by Newful on understanding and using NFTs. I know NFTs has been a buzzword for some time, but this session here is where Newful is going to tell you all about how digital ownerships work with NFTs and how you can make use of that in a program that you write, in a project that you make. So make sure to join him at 5 a.m. Eastern, which is 2:30 p.m. IST.
Yes. And do want to pause real quick. I see we have a ton of questions coming in. We are almost through the slides. And once we go through these, we're going to just spend the rest of the time here answering questions. So if we haven't answered your question, do not worry. I am going to ask you to repost it in a few minutes. But don't worry, we're not ignoring all of them. We are just going to save those till the end, though. After Newful does that stream, he is going to be back in the Discord channel running a Tetris mini event. So mini events are all taking place over on Discord. They're little hangouts meant for you to get a chance to meet the other folks who are participating this week and take a little break from hacking. So go and join that at 8 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow or 5:30 p.m. IST. And then what's our last session of the day?
And last but not the least, at the end of every day, or I should say the beginning of every day, is a session like this where you have awesome MLHs come in and talk about what the session is going to look like the next day and what happened the previous day, sharing all the excitement with you. This one specifically is for what's coming up in day 2 by Gabriela and Carrie, and that's going to be at the same time, which is 12 p.m. Eastern if you are anywhere in the Eastern Coast, and it's going to be at 9:30 p.m. for you in IST.
Alrighty, and if you want all of those on your Google Calendar, just head to the link hackp.ac/GHW calendar. I highly recommend this if you're a Google Calendar user, so you can see it all in your own time zone. Really, really helpful for keeping everything organized this week. And with that, I do have a more serious announcement I want to make sure we cover, and that's a reminder that MLH hackathons are a safe space for everyone. By being here today, you agreed to the MLH Code of Conduct. If you haven't read it yet, I highly recommend doing that, but the TLDR on it is that be kind to everyone. Abuse and harassment is never tolerated. The big reminder I always like to give folks at digital events is there's a person on the other side of the screen. So be mindful with what kind of comments you're making. In particular, commenting on someone's physical appearance is never going to be appropriate on the channel. Even if you're giving a compliment, it might not be received that way. So just don't make any comments about folks' physical appearance. If anything does happen this week that makes you uncomfortable, makes you feel unsafe, is preventing you from having an awesome time at Global Hack Week, please reach out to us. That is what we are here for. You can get a hold of us at incidents@mlh.io, or you can call this phone number here. We want to make sure you have a fun week, and that starts with making sure that you feel safe here. So with that, I want to give another huge thank you to our partners who made it possible for us to be here this week. Quick reminder of the things that those folks are bringing. We've got Solana doing some awesome workshops, with the first one coming up in just 40 minutes from now, and GitHub providing y'all with the student developer pack. So make sure you take advantage of everything that they have to offer y'all this week. And with that, Siddharth and I are going to hang out on here and do some Q&A. I know we probably have a lot of questions. If you already posted one and we missed it, I'm going to ask that you repost it. Looks like we're going to start with, let's see. Here we go. We'll start with this question that came in at 12:23 Eastern time. So if you are above this question in the comments, please repost. Alrighty, so do you want to take this first one?
Of course, yes. Like we said, this is going to be a very beginner-friendly week. All of these sessions will be very beginner-friendly. And if you would have noticed, there are a couple of sessions that will get you started on Web3 and blockchain, like the one with Kari, if I'm not wrong, about how do you get started with Web3 and how do you start ideating your project and make a prototype. Then there's going to be another session where you're going to explore Next.js and really get started with your smart contracts and get to know what all of those jargons mean. So you don't need to worry at all. Everything's going to be beginner friendly. And if you feel like you need extra help, you can always come back to Discord and ask everybody else in the community. I'm sure you'll receive tons of help there.
Yes, absolutely. Here's a great question. Do we need a team? No, you do not. If you would like to work on any of the challenges with another hacker, absolutely go for it, but you do not need to this week. This is a huge community event, and so I'd say most of the collaboration tends to happen at the live streams where you're just getting to know other folks. Here is another good question. How do I catch the recording? You can do that here on our Twitch or over on our YouTube channel. I recommend watching on our YouTube because the Twitch videos only stay here for, I believe, 30 days after the event. And we keep everything over up on YouTube forever for you. And Siddharth just dropped that link. Thank you. Okay, I've already gotten lost in the comments. There are so many. Let me get back to where I was. Okay, we'll start here. Somebody asked, are we supposed to post about the challenges we completed and where? You can absolutely post on them on your socials if you would like. Make sure you tag us if you do. But the only thing that you need to do with your challenges, if you want to make sure that you're earning points, is actually submit them onto the dev post page or to the type form. The place where they should be submitted is linked on each of the challenges on the web page. Alrighty, what else do we have?
There may be this one about Discord.
Yeah.
Which is actually a good question about, and I'm sure you will need a lot of technical support, and some of you will also be able to offer a lot of technical support throughout the week. There are 2 channels on Discord, one of which is called community support. The other should be called technical chat. You can use either of them to ask your questions and then just leave it there for a little while for all the community members to come and look at it. And I'm pretty sure you will get answers to that. If you really feel that you need help during a stream, you can always put that in the chat and ask the streamer directly, and they'll be happy to stop and give you answers either directly on the stream, or they definitely come back to you on Discord and give you answers for the questions that you asked. But don't worry too much about that. You'll have enough and more help, we guarantee.
Yes, absolutely. Somebody asked if there's going to be any workshops where they go over object-oriented programming and C++. I don't believe that we have any that are focused on that topic. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the streamers touch on it throughout the week, but nothing that is directly focused on it. I like this question. What's the difference between Global Hack Week and a hackathon? The big difference is we don't have any judging here at Global Hack Week. So at a traditional hackathon, it typically ends with you showing off the project you created and some sort of judging process and prizes. Instead, Global Hack Week is really all about that learning process. So there's no judging at the end of it. You can really just focus on having fun and working on things that are interesting to you. Siddharth, anything else I'm missing there?
It's just a way for you to go and learn things at your own pace, where at a hackathon, you have a deadline and you need to finish your project. And of course, for a lot of folks, the deadline also works really well. You are in that phase of getting together with folks and learning a lot of things together in a fast-paced environment. But this one is a little more slower, where you take your own time, you watch a lot of streams, interact with a lot of more folks, and then also have challenges, both technical and non-technical, to attempt.
Yeah. Go for that one.
Sorry, I pushed another one to this.
You're good.
This is about Solana and Solidity, and that's actually a good question that you should hold on to for a little more while, because right after the stream is when we'll have our friends from Solana come in. They will be the best people here to answer that question. So hang on for a little more before we get off stream and bring them on.
Perfect. And in a similar vein, this is another question I'm going to recommend you ask to other folks. Somebody here asked about the MLH Fellowship. This is absolutely an awesome event to attend if you are applying for the MLH Fellowship. Always give the disclaimer, though, Siddharth and I do not work directly on that program, but they are super active over on Discord and email. So just email in any questions you have or post in their Discord tickets. Somebody here asked if there are any prices. No, the entire event is completely free to attend. You don't need a credit card or anything like that to participate this week and to get swag. All right, here's a good one. So do you want to take this one?
Of course, there's no final project that you need to build, unlike what you would do at a typical hackathon, but there are challenges, there are things that you can do throughout the week. And that is available on ghw.mlh.io/challenges. You will have everything starting from technical prompts to design challenges to fun things that you would want to do, some things that you can do on your own, some things you can even pair with folks with. All of that together is what you're going to do here. There's nothing that you need to do as a final challenge or a final project.
Yes, exactly. Somebody here missed the challenges part. No worries. So challenges are prompts that we've created to give you an idea of something to work on throughout the week. You can find them all on our website, ghw.mlh.io/challenges. And they're just prompts of something that you can build to help you learn this week.
May, do you want to add to this one?
Yeah, absolutely. I totally recommend putting this on your resume. This is a great event that you can, list if you're talking about different hackathons that you go to or events that you go to. Highly recommend doing that. The other thing that you can do if you're looking for an easy way to show off some of the work you've created is putting a link to your dev post on your resume. Or if you have any sort of an online portfolio, make sure you're linking there and showing off all of the challenges that you completed. Okay, what other questions? I see we have another question about, are they recorded? Yes, everything's recorded. You can catch it afterwards. Here's a good one. How do you ask for technical support on Discord, Siddharth?
Yes, you can use those two channels that I talked about, the one which is community support, the other which says technical chat. Those are two places that you can go and ask questions. You will have streamers hanging out around on Discord. You will have other community members as well. Just go there, ask your question, and there'll be definitely people to help you out.
Yeah. Here is a good one. If you're wanting to get the GitHub Student Developer Pack but are not currently enrolled in school, you can let us know in the form and kind of bypass that entire requirement for swag. I don't believe that there's a way for you to still claim this if you aren't in school. If you don't have a .edu email, they do have a place where you can get around that piece. But if you're not in school, go ahead and fill out that form and just let us know you can't claim this.
Another question about points. You will receive an email at the end of every day, which will have all the details of the challenges that you completed, the points that you've gained, all the bragging rights we will let you know of. You just need to keep an eye out for the email that comes to your inbox.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm seeing a lot of questions posted that we already answered because I think they came in a little bit earlier. So I'm going to jump down to the current questions. If we still missed yours, please post it again. Somebody asked for the GitHub and Solana links. I will get those for you. Give me 1 second. Siddharth, do you want to take a question or two while I'm getting these?
Sure, of course. And I see people already getting together to form teams in the chat. Love to see it. You'll also have a channel which says Hack Together, which is called Hack Together on Discord. You can actually go there, post about yourself. If you have something specific in mind that you want to build this week, other than the challenges that we, of course, have on our page, you can always do that. Just post your idea, have folks comment on it, and then you can get together and build great stuff. Whenever you do that, just make sure that you have that tag, maybe the active MLHS tag, so we are able to get to that. We see it, and then we can also come back and feature that for one of our Today in Global Hack Week streams. So let us know when you build anything awesome, and we'd love to see it.
Yes, and I am posting those links for y'all right now. Okay, what other questions do we have? Here's a great one. I'm a high schooler. Can I form a team? Absolutely. This event is open to anyone over 13. So you can absolutely be part of it, and you're welcome to hack with other folks. I know questions are slowing down a bit, but we will stay on here. So please keep posting if you have more. See, someone here asked about receiving their swag in India. Fortunately, we do have some deliverability issues within the Indian postal system. If you are experiencing that, feel free to email us and we can try to help troubleshoot it a bit. But sadly, some of that is out of our hands.
A question about ML and AI things. We interestingly had an AI/ML related workshop, AI/ML themed workshop a little earlier this year. You can always find that on our YouTube channel. If you go there, you will find a playlist of all the global hack weeks that we have run, made into a playlist based on the themes that we run thus far. So you can go there and find all the awesome good stuff that's been running for years together now.
Yes. Here's a great question. Can we be picky with events, or do we have to do them all? Absolutely not. Make sure you are picky with them because there is so much going on and we have them running at all sorts of different times. So some are going to be while you're asleep. So yeah, look at the ones that are interesting to you and go to those ones. I like this question. Siddharth, what are some of the ways you can showcase your work throughout the week?
Of course, I've personally been very excited to post my work on my socials, but that's completely optional for you to do. I've also started to blog a little. I'm just getting there still, but if you want to maybe also use that as a way to boost your writing skills, you can always do that. As Mary mentioned earlier, you can also post about that or write about the projects that you build on your resume. Go talk to people about how you're doing this. You can always use ideas from them and add that to your resume. So blogs, social media posts, all of that together. We also have this Hack Together channel. Like I said, you can always go post your work there as well. You can tell people what you're building, get them excited about it, have them become part of your team, ask them for feedback. So there's no bounds of how you can showcase your work, but just to get you started, those are all the ideas.
Yes. 404 Not Found said, this is my first event. How do I make the most of it? I know for a fact this is not your first event, but I love this question. The thing I recommend doing to make the most of the event is joining the live streams and participating in the chat on them. It's a really good way to make friends. I've met so many of you all just through the chat on here. So that's my big tip. Siddharth, anything in particular you'd recommend doing?
Nothing on a serious note, but I know for a fact that 404 doesn't get enough sleep when it's Global Hack Week.
Yes.
So I'd want to also use this opportunity to tell everybody that you should catch up on sleep. You don't need to be awake midnight your time. Just go get sleep, come back and watch recordings later.
Yep, absolutely. Here's a question. I already redeemed the GitHub Student Developer Pack. What should I do? No worries. You can just let us know on that form that you already grabbed it, and we will mark that challenge as completed for you. Okay, here's a question. Is Global Hack Week season launch going on right now? It is not. So that Global Hack Week is going to be happening next month. So we got a little more time before we jump into that one. Alrighty, I know the questions are slowing down just a bit, so we will stay on here for a few more minutes before we let you all go, and you'll have a quick break before we start that Solana workshop in just about 25 minutes from now. Someone asked how to apply for the swag. So you just need to be registered for the event and then check your email every day to make sure you're fully checked in and have done those partner challenges. That's all you need to do. You don't need to fill out any sort of like swag form or extra things there. It's just getting fully checked into the event. You've got a whole week to do it too. So don't worry if you don't complete everything today. We'll let you know every day if you already earned those. Okay. No, we will ship swag to you regardless of where you're at in the world. We will ship swag anywhere you're at in the world.
If you're just getting started with Web3, this is definitely going to be beneficial for you. Make sure to go through the streams if they match your time zone. And when I say streams, when they match your time zones, only go to them if they match your time zones. You don't have to stretch yourself and be awake at that time. You can always go back to the YouTube channel and look at all the videos, watch through all of them, come back with questions, do it all on your pace, what I'd do if I was in your position.
Yes. Another question about how to bypass a challenge, just let us know on the form. Any of those challenges that you can't complete, all you need to do is let us know on the form and we will mark them as complete for you. Okay. Same for this question. You can just mark it as complete. We've got another person who wants to apply for the MLH Fellowship, and you need to attend an MLH hackathon. Make sure you email in the team. I believe this event should count, but like I said earlier, Siddharth and I don't work on the fellowship, so we're not able to answer some of those more granular questions. I see someone is asking for the form link. I believe you're referring to this one, but I'm not sure. Let me know if the Global Hack Week submission form is not the one you were looking for. I know we are slowing down a bit, so we will give you all a couple more seconds to get in any last minute questions, and then we are going to hop off of here. I see someone's asking for the schedule link. I'm posting that for you. Okay, perfect. Glad we got you that form. Okay, let's take one silly question and then we can let you all have a little break before the Solana workshop. 404 Not Found asked spaghetti or ravioli. Siddharth, do you have an answer?
Spaghetti.
Okay, I'm Team Ravioli, so there we
You
go.
are. Do a quick vote, a quick 10-second vote to see what the chat feels.
Yes, yeah, please let us know. Oh, actually, I'm going to take this as the last serious question. We do not give out certificates for this event. If you do want something to show off what you did, I recommend doing a screenshot of the email that comes in. It'll show you how many points you earned. So if you do want a certificate or something like that, just screenshot that. Oh, wow. It looks like the hackers are largely Team Spaghetti.
Mhm.
There you go. Very interesting. Alrighty. Cool. Well, with that, it looks like we have slowed down significantly with questions. So we will go ahead and let you all have a quick break before the Solana workshop. Make sure you come back here to Twitch in just 20 minutes and join for that workshop. It's going to be awesome. You're going to be getting started on the blockchain. Perfect way to start the week. Siddharth, any last words before we let the folks get on to that next workshop?
As I always say, this is for you to learn, build, and share, and just make sure that you have the most amount of fun that you can.
Yes, absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. Happy hacking, everybody. See you soon.
Bye-bye.